Hi y'all, we're Annie and Zach.
A Scotsman and American who met while working as camp counselors.
Then we fell in love, started a family.
And now, after 15 years of living across the US, we recently uprooted our entire lives to move from California to Bonnie, Scotland.
And in this video, we're going on our favorite adventure yet. We're en route. Zach and I were just reminiscing and laughing actually of the fact that we don't have to listen to the wheels on the bus go round and round for this entire trip, and it's pretty incredible.
And then the last time we did a trip was 5 years ago.
And I feel like I'm losing my voice. So I said, oh my gosh, Zach, if this is the first time we get away in like 5 years and I'm sick, he said,
if we're sick, it will still be a gift to be sick without having to look after children. That's how long it's been.
There have never been truer words spoken. Here we are, staying here for one night on our way up north. We are in Inverness at the Craigmont. And these are our accommodations. It was a long drive, so a little bit over 3 hours, I think around 3 hours and 20 minutes. There was some road work, but it wasn't too bad. It did rain on and off, and our car doesn't have cruise control. So that by the end of the trip, Zach's legs were a little heavy, a little tired, and he's actually outside right now taking Finnegan to the bathroom. Finn did great though. He didn't make a peep the entire time we were here. So yeah. It was a good trip and can't wait for tomorrow. That's where the fun begins. Look who made it in. Oh.
He's like, why did you wake me up? It's bedtime.
Were you having a good little snooze? Oh, and here he comes. And Zach, what do you think of the drive?
It was tiring, but on and off rain, which made it interesting, but we made it, and time for a good night's sleep.
He can't wait to do another 3-hour drive in the morning.
That's all I want to do.
Bright and early the next morning. So nice. I tried to sleep in and got up at 7. What about you, Zach? You slept a little bit longer.
I woke up around 5. We go back to sleep, so.
Yeah. And then Finnegan had a great night too.
Fresh sleeping experience. You see, EcoCell actually.
We're about to head down for breakfast, so we just turned on the TV for Finnegan so he's not barking at any intruders. What's that there?
This is a new healthy spread full of nuts. No sugar.
No added sugar? Is that what you said?
Yeah, all the new praise.
Getting a quick little drink and some breakfast before we head out. On the road again. So we are headed to Urquhart Castle. Did I say it right?
I think that's pretty good. Well done.
So we're driving through Inverness. It's such a pretty area. I'm really taken aback by all the architecture. Gorgeous. And then we're gonna head over to the castle, see Loch Ness because the boys want us to say hi to Nessie for them. Our middle child has been asking us to read him Nessie books every night, so this will be special for him. We are headed to Nessie Land and we want to pick up the kids a little something. Nessie Land. Oh wow, it really is little Nessie Land. Look at there. Zach was dying for me to get a video of him.
I've been tricked. I've been tricked.
He just had to be with Nessie. He's finally home.
That's definitely closed.
Oh no. Well, it said it was open online. Guess it's not. I'll have to go somewhere else.
And just a minute down the road in Drumnadrochit, we were able to accomplish our mission.
We're about 4 minutes away from the castle. Look at these views, it's amazing. Out we go. And this is why we moved to Scotland. Zach, no climbing.
Any of my fun things today.
Headed to the Grand Tower. Let's see what's behind window number 2. We're gonna go up and then we'll go all the way down. There's a spiral staircase that looks like it leads to a dungeon. So we'll see. So now we get to go down the staircase. Luckily this one has a handrail, unlike the tower that we did the other day. It's about the same steepness, since much more visibility. Whoa, quite steep down here.
Not a bad view.
Word to the wise, it's warm in the car park, but when you get down here, it's pretty chilly. So bring your layers, of course.
So at this point, we made our way to the Lochview Cafe and fueled up on coffee and treats for the journey ahead. We finished up with a meet the author and a quick book signing for our kids. Then we reunited with our beloved Finnegan. Now, some might consider this a gamble, but during the planning of this trip, and given my Scottish blood and favourite price of $3.99, we decided to take up an offer to stay with a friend who technically we had never met before in person. Although he's a native Englishman, he's definitely earned his keep amongst the Highland locals. And though the drive was long and the conditions at times very poor, the views along the way were breathtaking and 100% worth it.
We made it to the Halladale. Zach's out letting Finnegan go to the toilet, but it's incredible in here. You have a little entry nook so that you don't have to bring all the elements in. This is our bed, pulls out. Have nice duvets and everything ready for us. And then look, our fantastic host Julian keeps a well-stocked Halladale. Books, can't wait to read some of these. It's just gonna be nice to hang out and not have any obligations. And we have some beautiful views. Little eating area, dining area. And then through this archway, these are all the heaters, is the kitchen with everything you need. He has a whole pantry for us too. I can't start to tell you how generous he is. And we're about to go up to the house and have a nice drink. Finnegan! Come on! It's time to run around and be free! You've been trapped all day long. So after a delicious home-cooked meal, some great company, and seeing stars for the first time in a long while, we hit the sack to prepare for day number 2 of our Highland adventure.
So now, it was up to our English tour guide to show this native Scotsman his own country. It was a strong start with an unobstructed 360-degree view and no other people in sight. We then made our way to Crask and found ourselves admiring the views west to Far Bay. Next on the list was crossing the Kyle of Tongue Bridge and Causeway, where we stopped to take in the nearby mountains of Ben Hope and Ben Loyal. And, as you expect, the drone was once again put into action. From here, we loaded back up, heading even further west towards Loch Eriboll, which is a location heavily frequented by the Royal Navy, particularly during World War II. The British servicemen stationed here during the war nicknamed it Loch Eriboll due to its often inclement weather. At this point, we didn't think the views could get any better, but boy were we wrong.
From here, We circled around, taking our sweet time as we navigated the single-track roads and headed once again to the coastline, which was definitely Finnegan's favorite part of the entire day. All bundled up. It gets really cold on the beach, but it's such a beautiful, beautiful beach. Imagine if this were in California or had California weather. Oh my gosh. Just like the most stunning sand and surroundings. It's so beautiful. It's okay. Get that water, Finn. Get it.
We hit our turnaround point at Balnakeil Beach and decided to take a road less travelled home, which wrapped around Ben Hope, took us to an old Broch, and then further into the middle of nowhere with only a handful of other cars passed over the next couple of hours.
And finally, we retraced our steps with one last pit stop at Portskerra. At this point, the weather was no longer on our side, but it felt fitting as we came to learn about the local history. During the 18th and 19th centuries, many fishermen lost their lives while navigating these treacherous waters.
So after that wee road trip of 157 miles in 8.5 hours or so, our hostess with the mostess once again provided us with a hearty home-cooked meal worthy of a Michelin star. We slept hard, only waking because Finnegan was desperate to make friends with the neighbourhood sheep. We took one last wander to stretch our legs before once again hitting the road, this time making our way back home, south. Not a bad view for Finn's morning walk.
It's so pretty out. It's not even that cold.
Alright, we're almost at halfway point, just a few miles outside of Inverness, and we couldn't pass up what's behind us without taking a little picture.
we might have to get out the drone. It never captures it perfectly.
The Cromarty Firth. You got the mountains all around us, fields, not much more you can ask for. So thought we'd break here before we got into all the back to true civilization, and yeah, hope you enjoy the views.
And while stuck in some unexpected traffic, we somehow caught a glimpse of this hidden gem.
Always driving.
So Zach, out of everything we did this weekend, what was your favorite?
the couple little walks we did, I think, on that beach, which I've already forgotten the name of.
There were so many destinations.
The very north coast, looking out just into nothing, and it was a nice flat white sandy beach. Just, yeah, it was just nice.
Since Zach shared his favorite thing about our journey, I think it's only fair that I get to share mine, and it has to be our 9-hour guided tour through the north of Scotland. It was absolutely incredible seeing just how much the landscape could change. We saw mountains and valleys and rivers and lochs and beaches, the most white sanded beach I think I've ever seen in my life. And if it were in California, there wouldn't be a square foot without someone on it. What you looking for?
I'm just surprised you walked straight past the pie shop.
What? A pie shop?
Behind you.
Oh my goodness. There's a little bit of everything here. Oh. We might have to make a stop at the pie shop.
How are you going to decide between those pies?
Oh my goodness. Okay, Zach, what did you choose?
Steak pie and chips. You don't understand how many calories you burn when you're driving. You really gotta stay
Let's see it.
fueled up.
Oh yeah, and I went with just a steak pie without the chips. I've had too much to eat this whole weekend. It's been glorious, but I am so full. Still needed that steak pie though. For those of you who've not had a steak pie yet, look at this buttery, delicious crust and amazing steak inside. It is so good.
So as you can see, we made it home safe and sound from our adventures north. And if our new best friend hadn't spoiled us enough with free accommodation and a 9-hour tour of the north of Scotland, he also sent us home with a care package filled with local treats and delicacies. Whiskey, hot smoked salmon, Orkney cheese, a loaf that was made by a neighbor of his, which has Marmite infused into it,
so
since
good.
Annie's a super fan of Marmite. And on that, do you want to show what else Marmite related you got?
He gave us a custom label, Annie's Marmite, since I'm eating it every day for breakfast. And Zach knows he's not allowed to touch it. He's not allowed to throw this one away.
I'm not going to touch that ever. It's fine.
But so good. And I just thought that was extremely thoughtful.
And that's not actually Annie's favorite gift that was in the care package.
Oh, yes.
We also got a special bar of soap from a friend of our friends who lives on Unst, which is the most northern island in the Shetland Islands. And she makes this beautiful handmade natural soap, which Annie is now using as her daily soap.
Yes, so I am prone to every skin condition ever discovered. And so I have to be extremely selective with the products that I use. And this one's handmade. It only has a few ingredients, which I love about this. And so far my skin hasn't had any reactions. This is not sponsored, unsolicited. No one asked for our opinion on this, but I just like this product so much. The MELLA soap, and it's the honey and oatmeal that I wanted to share it with anyone else who might be interested or have other skin issues like I do. And I even have been using it with our children, and it smells great. It feels extremely hydrating, and I love it. So we'll be buying more of that. And I want to do a little plug, because when a company's good and they have a strong mission, I want to support them. So I want every one of you to go out and buy a bar of MELLA soap or some of her soy wax candles. I think she also does skincare too. So
we'll link the
out.
website so you can check out, because she also supports there's a cooperative in Ghana of the women who pick the shea nuts
because they use shea butter in the soap. So yes, it has a strong mission. I want to support, and hopefully you will too.
So helping Annie's skin and helping the women of Ghana. What else could you ask for?
So we really hope you enjoyed today's video. It took a lot of time and effort piecing this together. We had so much footage and trying to figure out.
I would have been happy if this video was 7 hours long. There was unfortunately a lot we just couldn't put in because there was so much, and it's hopefully we've done it justice, and by we I mean Annie, because she did all the editings as she always does. She did the drone
work though, so it's a team effort here.
So yeah, please like, subscribe. I hope you enjoy. It's some of the most beautiful scenery I've ever seen, and especially from my own home country, it's just amazing to see. So,
and if you don't believe us, please go and explore the NC 500 on your own.
Yes.
And get your own footage. I know we are amateurs and don't do it justice, but it's worth seeing. It, for many people, is a once-in-a-lifetime journey. Luckily for us, now that we have a friend up there and we're close enough.
A lot more accessible now, yeah.
Yeah, we'll be going again. But for any of you who are considering it, please do it. It is phenomenal, and
And if you just want to see, like, hours and minutes of drone footage of this, just let me know and I'll upload it, because I keep watching it, so it's mesmerizing. So... yeah, we really enjoyed this trip. It was a labor of love editing it, and buy some soap as well. Help our friend out.
And we'll see you in the next one.
Thanks.
Take care. Bye.